Hi there! I hope your second day went well. Were you able to complete all the goals we set up? Remember to reach out if you ever have any questions at all. Today is the day we're going to retake your measurements. If you followed all the instructions, you should be able to see some improvements. Perhaps a fourth or half an inch in difference in any area, or maybe just less sweet cravings or higher energy levels. Whatever the result, just take note of it so that you and your coach can understand how you're improving. Now let's talk about carbohydrates. Not just bread and pasta, but also potatoes, beans, lentils, chickpeas, fruit, sweets, sugar, rice, etc. Carbohydrates are fuel to our body, and they're crucially important because they feed our brain. So when they're missing, our body sacrifices lean mass to create energy. Have you ever met anyone whose diet is poor in carbohydrates? Maybe someone who has lost weight very quickly. Have you noticed how much loose skin it results in? It almost seems like the person is not actually healthy. That is because the body used lean mass to replace the missing carbs. On the other end, enormous amounts of carbs can make people increase weight. That happens because the excess carbs that our body does not need, it is transformed into fat. It is actually very easy to exceed the right amount of carbs that our body should take. For instance, if you eat potatoes and bread in the same meal, you've probably exceeded the recommended limitations. Or if you eat 2 apples in the morning, 2 tablespoons of cereal for breakfast, or even just one type of dessert, you're ingesting too many carbs. Unless you're doing plenty of physical activity, they will most likely be transformed into fat. At this point, we know that eating too many carbs or not eating them at all will not do our bodies any good. So as long as you follow the quantities suggested on those tables, you'll obtain perfectly balanced meals and snacks. When talking about carbs, there is one more factor that is really important, and that is quality. The more whole the carbs are, the better. Eating brioche versus whole wheat pasta makes a world of difference. Eating rice versus brown rice or white bread as opposed to whole wheat bread, vastly different. Alright, to wrap it up, your goals for the day are: try out another breakfast recipe unless you found the one that you like most. Continue to drink half a gallon of water. Try to balance your meals and snacks through the table, and avoid refined carbohydrates such as bleached flour, sugar, and sweets. If you haven't done so yet, ask your coach to be added to our Facebook group for tips and recipes. Enjoy the rest of your challenge.